Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with a very exciting Alliance War video. This one's got some stakes. This one's got some steaks and potatoes, man. So, if you don't know in the Alliance that I'm in, right, Ludum Taters, he keeps tracks of everybody's, like, war stats and everything. And he keeps track of, like, win streaks and deathless streaks and everything like that. At the start of this war, I'm at a 93 deathless streak, which is pretty good. But we have 7 fights in this war, so that means that if we get through the entire war without dying, we will hit a 100 deathless win streak. So that's something I've never done before in Alliance War. In fact, I believe only 13 or 12 other people have before, since this started being, tracked 5 years ago or so. So it's definitely something that I have my eyes on and something that I hope we achieve today in this video. But regardless, man, we'll talk about that later. Let's jump into it and see if we can close it out today. We have 7 fights, all right? And up first, we're going up against that green goblin. If you guys watch all of the war videos from war number 2, this is the green goblin that I fought with Ghost, and I almost died in the second war, and it was a nail-biting fight, a nail-biting finish, and Ghost just got it done. She just squeezed it out, man. And that was at the beginning of the season, so we're going back in here today with vengeance, man. We're going up against this green goblin with Archangel this time. Not a horseman, it's the first node on the map, on the path, so there's no way to get a horseman Archangel here. So that means that RNG is going to be a factor, alright? So watch this, parry heavy, 0 bleeds, okay. Surely that won't happen again. 3 parries, 1 bleed. At this point, his furies are starting to tick up. He has cunning, so I'm not going to be gaining power on power struggle here. Finally, I get some neurotoxins. At this point, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to just turtle up. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay on track here. I know what I'm doing, all right? I went in. I got rid of the special attack. Now I'm going to turtle up and just wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to let him tick down. Don't want to bait a special attack. And there we go. We got him down. So definitely a little stressful there when I'm going for the 3rd heavy attack, and I have 0 bleeds at the moment. Thankfully, we got a bleed. Thankfully, RNG started, going our way there. But man, that Green Goblin's nasty, dude. That's a nasty fight. Up next, we have a Sorcerer Supreme here. Now, I don't need this advanced power boost. I really do not. But it was kind of one of those things where it's like, 2 wars left. Let's just make sure we're extra especially safe here, right? Especially in this war. Let's just, look at her power. I really didn't need this power boost. I really didn't. But essentially, lets me get off another special 2 before I can reset the combos, and that just about killed her. Otherwise, I would have had to go for like 2 or 3 special 1s, which would have been absolutely fine, to be entirely honest. But not the biggest deal in the world, right? We got her down here with the special 1. A nice quick 30-second fight. Quick and easy. Spidey's an absolute beast, right? So, yeah, man, that is our section 1. Now our section 2 is a bit interesting. It's starting with this ManThing right here. Now this ManThing, man, ManThing's annoying. ManThing's annoying because he, especially on this node. Spidey's a great counter, but there's Spite and Rise to Power, right? So essentially, Spite, never have to worry about Spite. It's never going to come into play here. But Rise to Power, every time I knock him down, he hits my block, he's going to gain power. So I have to just make sure I keep the Wither debuff on me the entire time, essentially, right? And we're going to be good to go. But one thing about ManThing is that he can't be crit. Well, he can be crit, but the crits do a normal amount of damage, right? So when you're fighting ManThing, you can use safe counters, of course, right? Spidey's a super safe counter. No buffs means no poison ever. So Spidey is super duper safe here, right? But as you can see, ManThing is being a little passive. It's kind of annoying. I don't really want to bait his specials if I don't have to, and the reason being is just because, you know, that arm comes flying at you and I feel super duper safe dexing it, but anything could happen, right? I can mistime it and then he can crit me and then I can be down to 15% health and that can happen twice and we don't want that, right? But, you know, we're just going to take it slow. I have 5 minutes on the fight, right? And that's the name of the game here, man. Taking it slow, going steady, and playing safe, all right? Going for a nice big special 2, and there we go. He's down to 75% health, right? I'm trying my best to keep these wither debuffs on him, multiple wither debuffs. Now, in a perfect world, right, there isn't rise to power, and I can just like very comfortably stack up like 12, 13, 14 ruptures on this guy like I do. But I have to keep controlling his power because of rise to power, right? And also I have to keep my debuffs on. So I'm kind of opting for the special 2 rotation here, okay? So each special 2 that I do is taking off about 25% health. So at this point I'm saying to myself, all right, I'm about 90 seconds into the fight. He's halfway dead. If I go for 2 more special 2s exactly like this, he's gonna go down. And I feel super safe just keeping him locked down like this. I'm going to knock him down, and then 1 hit on the block is just no power. Because right now he's at minus 325%. Now it's even more. Now it's, I believe, 450% reverse power per hit on the block. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm feeling very, very safe in this fight. Watch this. Watch how fast his power goes down if we do it. The whole bar of power 1 hit. That's nuts. So at this point, I'm feeling very safe. I know 1 more special 2 is going to do it, and then that's it. Boom, there we go. So yeah, man, definitely pretty good. So, story time. This next fight, this Domino. It wasn't initially my fight, all right? We sent in the backup with an Apocalypse, right? A fully ramped Apocalypse with mutant boosts and everything, but Domino's gonna domino, and some RNG happened, and it didn't go perfectly, right? So we talked about it, and I said we can either send APOC back in, or we can go in with Archangel. And the reason why we didn't initially send Archangel's fine for the fight, but the only reason why is because we felt like APOC was a little bit safer just because Archangel is not a horseman here, all right? So there's a bit of a risk factor here, and keep in mind, I'm thinking to myself, that Green Goblin fight, that RNG was not on my side in that fight. If I go 4 heavy attacks without a bleed, or even just 1 bleed and she's shrugging off the bleeds, that could be lights out. The nodes here are not kind. It's kinetic transference and aspect of evolution. If she gets to a special 3, right, I could put on invulnerability boost, but if she crit bleeds me when I'm not a horseman, even if I was a horseman with a crit bleed, I'm done. It is over, even with an invulnerability boost. So what I'm doing here is I am boosting with a 30% boost, a 20% boost, and an invul boost along with all of the health boosts, just to power down the 90,000 health that this Domino has, because RNG is a factor. So first heavy attack, 1 bleed, but she shrugs it off. The second one, 1 bleed, it's stuck. All right, man. Her power's going up. She's at 2 bars of power. At this point, there's no poisons. Thank God she threw that special 2. We need a poison. No poisons. 3 bleeds. She's down 10%. We're going for a special attack. 3 poisons. 4 poisons. 2 neurotoxins. All right. She's ticking. She's ticking down nice now. Here we go. 5 neurotoxins. It's done. It is done. So that fight's scary, man. That fight is absolutely scary. But we got her down. You know, that was like initially my fight, and I was like, I feel like APOC's a better option. I still feel like APOC is a better option. In the future, we're probably still going to send APOC there with a little bit of a different strategy. But it's all good. Doesn't matter. The node came down, and that added the fight onto my war total. Otherwise, I would have ended at 99. So, was I scared to take that Domino? A little bit. With a non-horseman Archangel. I was a little scared. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But thankfully, RNG started to go our way in that fight, and we got through it. that being said, we're moving on to Mojo now. So this Mojo we took last war. We took like 3 other wars as well. Kinetic Transference, Feat of Indestructible, all this other stuff, right? You know, last war I had some fun with this. I did like my new rotation, like Dex, Parry, Heavy, right? Dex, Parry, Heavy. Watch. Dex, Parry, Heavy. I just stack up the exhaustions this way. Just to get some more power reversal, right? To keep him under a bar. Essentially, I just want to get through this fight without ever seeing a special attack from Mojo. Not that his special 1 is too scary. It's just that, like, hey, man, if you can avoid a special attack from the defender, avoid a freaking special attack from the defender, man. You might as well. We're going to go for a special 2, and at this point, I see how hard it nukes him down to 53%. And I say to myself, you know what, man? It's great. It's like a lot of fun to do this whole thing here, but why don't we just, like, you know, work on killing him? Let's just get through this fight, man. Let's get through this fight. As you can see, I triggered a prompt. This is really cool. Watch this. So I don't force this to happen, but when it happens, it's cool. So when Mojo, when he's like all built up and everything, right? When you trigger a prompt, he gains some power. But with all the debuffs and the power reverse, just watch his power, all right? Dash backwards, boom, look at that. Power gain, but it's just reversed. It's so cool, man. Spidey is such a good Mojo counter. It's nuts. Nuts! But here we are to special 2, right? We're just going to go ahead here and finish this off right here. A little sneaky heavy by him. That's sneaky heavy. Special 2, down to 7% health. And this is going to be it. So, very clean, sweet, efficient Mojo fight. We got 2 more fights left. We got 2 more fights left. I'm at a 98 kill streak now. 98 deathless streak. Got 2 fights left. I have a Symbiote Supreme. And I'm a little nervous about the Symbiote Supreme, man. Why? Because I've never fought him here with Spidey. On this global. I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't even know if he's a part of this global. I'm thinking to myself, like, am I overlooking something on this Symbiote Supreme? Is there a reason why Symbiote Supreme is here instead of Sorcerer Supreme, instead of Mangog, who are like the usual counters here, the usual placements? And I got in, and I realized I was just kind of overthinking it because of those 3 options, Mangog, Sorcerer, Symbiote, and even Doctor Stranger's here sometimes. I feel like Symbiote Supreme is probably the easiest. At this point, the fight is just effectively over after 1 special 2, which, to be fair, is how it happens against both, you know, Mangog and Sorcerer. But I feel like I need to have, like, a good start against those guys. This Symbiote Supreme just, like, he was a bit of a pushover. And now at this point, the Ruptures are going to explode. He's going to try to gain power. It's going to go away. Nice, beautiful. So yeah, that was I was a little worried about the Symbiote Supreme just because I didn't know what to expect. But up next, we have 1 more fight here. Our advanced power boost is on. We're boosted big. Magneto's given us a bit of trouble the past 2 wars, right? So I'm just hoping that Magneto shows a little bit of mercy on us for our 100th fight. Obviously, I'm a little nervous right now because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, all right, I've done this Magneto so many times. It's always been fine. I've never been close to dying. Spidey is an amazing option here, but there's just that external thought that, like, imagine if you die on your 100th fight. Imagine what would happen. Nothing would happen, but just imagine. That would just be the best way to end it, right? So here we go. I'm healing up, right? We're boosted big here against this Magneto. A little over boosted probably for the boss node using Spidey, no doubt about it. But I just wanted to be extra specially safe. All right, we're going in. And we got our first intercept. I just want to build up to a special 3. I want to get to a special 3 as fast as I possibly can. Getting some light intercepts going. All right. We're doing pretty good so far. We're above 2 bars of power. This is where I ate a special 1 last time, man. I still don't even know how that happened. I dexed it the same way I always do. But I ate a special 1. It took like 8% of my health off. Not that big a deal. But still, right? We're still at a full yellow bar. We're going for the special 3 here with a full yellow bar. A bit of a better start than the past 2 Magnetos, right? I think we're at like 70% at this point, both times. This time, I'm at 100, Magneto's at 62% after the special 3. So, definitely got a good start going here. I'm stacking up a lot of ruptures. I have 13 ruptures. I still don't want to go in right away after that special one because I'm having PTSD about getting parried. Here we went in. We got he light intercepted me there, by the way. That was a light attack by Mags. So he gave me a little sneaky light attack. We're down to 90% health, but that's all right. Okay, we're just playing extra safe here. We got the slow debuff on, going for a big special too. I'm at 90% health. He is at 15% health. I'm just waiting to bait. Look at that. I went for an intercept. I saw him coming in. I went for an intercept even when he had a bar of power because I saw the dash. My spidey senses were tingling. It was saying go in. I went in, and I'm going to end it off with the special one. I'm going to let him just tick dead from the ruptures. And there we go, man. That Magneto was 100 fights in a row without dying, which is the first time I have ever achieved that, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I don't get anything in-game for that, but it's those little things outside of game that keep me interested in war and making war videos and having fun with the mode, where if that wasn't a thing, I don't know, I probably wouldn't know what streak I was on. I probably wouldn't care. And it wouldn't be as fun for me, man. So, yeah, it's pretty darn cool to know that I went 100 fights in a row without dying. We had a couple sketchy fights this season so far. That Green Goblin with Ghost in War number 2. Then we had that Crossbones versus Professor X fight that just started terribly. I pretty much did the whole fight at 20%. I don't know how he escaped that one without a death. And then also that Penny Parker versus Spidey 2099 on 7, Section 2, Path 7. A few wars back. When I didn't have the White Magneto pre-fight. Those three in particular stand out as like, holy crap, I can't believe we got through that. Also, the MODOK boss fight where Hercules triggered immortality at the last second. So yeah, a couple close calls there in this season, man, that we got through. And yeah, it feels good hitting that 100 mark. We got one war left. I've never had a completely deathless season before. I don't want to jinx it. I haven't been saying that as we're going along, but hopefully we finish out the season strong. That video is going to be going up either tomorrow or the next day. So if you're interested in seeing how we finish, make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment below what you think about this war, and yeah, hit that like button too, and I'll be seeing you in the next one, man, to see how we finish it off. And of course, the rewards opening coming right after. I'll be seeing you around.